And then I wanted to ask, now that you're on tour, if you remember your first tour ever. If it was well organized.
Oh my god, jeez. My first tour ever. Well, that is a long time ago, because I was in a band from the age of 13. But actually toured like through Europe, and I think that was back in 2005, 6, with my old band, Cities. We actually played a couple of times, multiple times in Spain. But we also played in Brazil and played all over Europe. Yeah, that was cool. I think almost 11 years ago. That was my first proper tour.
So
Long time. Huh.
So it was well organized or something where
No. We screwed around. I mean, we toured like even for 3.5 months in a van and complete all over Europe. We toured around it. That was crazy as hell. No real hotels or no real money or something. It was like just small wages, just travel expenses, that kind of thing, and a little bit of beer and that kind of thing. And that was it. And that for 3.5 months. And Brazil was almost the same thing. But it was cool. Well, you get richer by life, you know.
Oh, that's
yeah. So that's cool. And so when I joined Texture, it was a big plus. Yeah. So yeah, it was cool. Yeah, but yeah, this is much better.
So it's cool. It was cool that time.
Yeah,
now.
for that time it was really cool, but now this is much nicer. Yeah.
And now I have a question, and don't say yes Spain if it's Spain or not, because we are from Spain. But if you have to choose a country to play, which one would be and why?
Well, definitely. I think Spain is absolutely one of the countries, because Spain and France are like our top countries we play at. We always have great crowds over there, and people go crazy. It's always well visited, and we always have very, very much fun over there. As well in France as in Spain. Actually, I think it's almost equal, because it's like in Spain. We're going to play in Spain in September on the Beat Rock Festival in Barcelona. So that we're really looking forward to that. And, those are actually the two top countries we always play in, just because of the reaction of the crowd. Everywhere we play is cool, but it always stands out for us. Like, oh my god. Insane.
Nice
speaking. Yeah, that's cool.
And which one was the craziest concert or audience you had?
Sorry, what?
Which one was the craziest concert or audience you had? I mean, you were
the
talking
craziest?
about...
Oh, that was Mexico.
Really?
Definitely, yeah, that was Mexico. That was definitely Mexico. We just played there one time, and these people went nuts. Like not just a bit nuts, but absolutely crazy. Afterwards, when we were done with playing, these people all came to the backstage just cramping up, and we were, oh my god, we couldn't get out. We were like,
really?
It was almost like we were Backstreet Boys. We were like, what the fuck? Like, come on, we're just a couple of ugly guys, man. Making music.
So it was funny. Was it a bit scary? What would you say?
50-50, I think. It was really cool, and it was pretty intense. Yeah.
I guess so. Well. And well, there is any song in your catalog that you are kind of tired to play, that everybody's always asking?
I don't know if we're never really tired of playing songs. Well, we have a big set list. We always choose from the songs we really like. But the songs we always play actually are Awake and Now Reaching Home in this set. But it's logical, because those are the songs people really know. Those are the singles. People know the words. Actually, are the songs which people can really sing to. It goes raw, screams and everything. So I think those are the songs. And now New Horizon is one of the new top songs people really want to hear, and people really react well to it. So it's not really we get tired of playing it, but it's just a must. People want to hear that, so why not?
Yeah.
We're playing in front of people, and these people want to hear those songs. So
yeah, really, it's nice that you have. And another question: have you ever lost instruments, money, people or anything else during a tour? Any crazy story maybe?
Well, we didn't really lose guitars or anything, luckily. But we lost one time that we forgot one bag of merchandise, a big bag full of merchandise, shirts and sweaters and I don't know what. And that was in America, and it was really dark. And we played in Atlanta. It was a tour with Periphery and Contortionist and Human Abstract. And that was really cool. It was a really great concert. But afterwards, we were loading in, and then we drove away. And then when we entered the hotel, we were unpacking things, and we were like, "Where's our merchandise?" No, merchandise. No. And then eventually, the next day, we found out the guys from Periphery found the bag and took it with them.
Wow.
But,
super nice, actually.
yeah, really nice. Yeah, it was really a scary moment for us because it was like a lot of money if we lost that. So that was for us, that was good to know they had it. That was a really stupid moment and a moment for learning for us because now we never uncheck things before we go.
Yeah.
We know everything we check. We have a list and mark it when we know. So okay, we have that. Okay, double check. And go. Yeah. So that was the only. I think that's the only time we were really, kind of afraid. Not afraid, but it's like a good learning moment.
Yeah. We're nice now, I see.
Yeah.
And what about which one was the best and the worst venue you have played till now in the world?
The worst place? Well, I know one place where I played before, and that was not with Texas. It was with my old band again. So I think it was Hungary or something. And we came into this bar, and we found out there was no promotion. And the guy didn't even know we were playing that night.
What?
And yeah. So we came there and was like, oh, you're playing? Where are you? Oh, this band. And we're playing it tonight. We have contract, blah, 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 blah. Here you go. And it was like, oh, okay. And so, in the end, nobody was there. Nobody showed up. Only us and the other band who was playing there. And the guy left from the club, He took his bike and went off, and we never saw him again. That was so. So that was like I don't even know which place that was. It was somewhere in Hungary. I don't even know where. And that was kind of fucked up. The best venue. Wow, there are a lot of good venues. So it's like the best. I'm afraid to just say one or something. There's so many clubs everywhere around the world. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, but actually it's a good sign that there are more good things than bad things
There's so many
actually.
good venues in the world, so it's like we played a lot of venues, and so I don't really know. And there are a couple of venues you remember because of the intensity of the show. Because I think one show was back in America when we played in Los Angeles on the Key Club. That was a really good club, really great. Hollywood. That was like something that sticks in your head. And you're like, it's near all these crazy bars you always heard of but you never been to. And like Rainbow Moon's like one of the rock and roll. And it was just beside the club where we played, so that was just cool. It was like a cool story,
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't really have a club which I think, that was a club. That club is awesome because there are too many. That's one.
But you will never remember this one in Hungary, I guess.
No, I never forget. Never forget.
And what do you like the most about being on tour? And what is the worst part as well?
Well, the thing about touring is that you never know what's going to happen. The most fun part is that you're touring with your friends, like us, 6 of us, 9 of us actually, and going on the road and then play for hundreds of people, and they're all going crazy and have a good time and have the vibe and the energy you get back from the crowd. And so those are the plus of touring because it gives you such a good feeling. You know, it's cool. It's like, oh yeah. And every time we do it, like, it doesn't stop. And of course, the only thing is, the worst things are the long drives, constantly being on the road. And that is cool, but it's like tiring because you're always on the road. It's like you don't get much to sleep. You're always like maybe 4.5, 5 hours. Depends on what kind of tour out. Like now we're on in a van for 9 people, and it's a pretty big van, you know, a big bus. But next month or something, we're playing with Amorphous, and we'll be on a nightliner. That's better because you can sleep, and there's a bus driver, and he's driving. You can sleep in the car, in a bed, and that's cool. And now you're just sitting around, or just sitting like this, trying to get some sleep. And you drive to your hotel, and you have a couple of hours sleep, and you get up early, and you need to drive to the next stage because it's like 5, 6, 7 hour drive. That's, I think, one of the worst things.
Yeah.
But it's not really, it doesn't really, it's not something that you say to yourself that you want to quit because it's like the energy you get from playing and doing this stuff and the good memories you create with all of you guys is what it's worth. That's why you do it. It's cool. It's really matter.
And which band was, in your opinion, the best band you have played with and why? I mean, if you were with another band, like a support band, what would you guys?
It's also a good one. I think still like the tour we did with Periphery in America was really good. Because it was like such a good package, you know, the bands were playing that tour and the friendship that was created on that tour. Everybody got along really, really well. And it was 4 bands getting together, playing like all over the States and playing in Canada. And that was just cool. Because like the friendship which was created was just really cool, really good vibe. That's what sticks in your head. And every time when you're coming there, and then everybody plays a great set because all of the music, all of the bands were really, really cool. So yeah, that's something that sticks in your head, and hopefully it will be something like that again. You never know.
Yeah, but it's not really funny.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
What about festivals? I mean, you said before that you're going to do rock, for instance.
Yeah.
So do you like to play there? Which one is the best for you?
Festivals are always good, always awesome to do. There's the energy, and most of the times it's really nice weather. I think Beat Rock, I don't know, I think it's inside right now. I don't even know.
I have never been there, I have to say. Too many years in Germany, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can understand. No, but most of the time it's because that is also something that's really cool because there are so many people and all the bands, you have to get together and you have to mingle and talk, and that's what I like about festivals. And the weather and people always have a good time. You can see it on their faces, and that's what it makes so cool. I think one of the festivals I remember best is one in Holland. It's like the 10th anniversary of Forte Rock. Forte Rock is Holland's biggest metal rock festival. And we got to fill in for Five Finger Death Punch. They were playing the main stage, but they dropped out. And then they called us like the day before we had to play if we could fill in. And that was really cool because we played like in front of 15,000 people.
Wow.
It was a complete field full of people. Our own people, or like Dutch people.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It's amazing. It's so many people. Like the same stage which we were on, Rammstein, we were on Iron Maiden, Slayer. That's just something you like, that's fucking great. We played at so many festivals. That is one like 50,000 people. It's insane.
No, it's
yeah, it's so much people. Like, yeah, but I think that's the one we, at least I remember best. So, yeah. Other festivals we also played, which is really weird, festivals in India. That is also, crowds over there are also great.
Yeah.
And in Nepal, played played in Nepal on a festival called Silence Festival.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Kathmandu. Nobody plays there. No one ever. The old prince of Nepal organized this festival together with some other friends from Switzerland. He lives in Geneva right now himself. And he organized it and pulled it off the ground. And all these people came out and like never had the opportunity to see an actual international band.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really crazy. The crazy part about that one was that we got off stage by the army. The army was standing beside the crowd, beside the stage, and also in the crowd. When we were finishing the set, we saw like people got like pushed off the field and out of the property by a lot of guys from the military. They were pushing them with big, large sticks. And we were like, God, you gotta get away. And we were like, oh my God, what's going on? We didn't know what was going on. And eventually, it's like 10 guys here, 10 guys on that side of the stage, and they were coming onto the stage and grabbing their guitars and saying, stop. Oh my God. And eventually we heard there was this guy who cut a small kid from 10 in the cheek.
What?
Yeah, because he was drunk. Yeah. They never drink because they don't have money. They make like 250 euros a year.
Wow.
Yeah, people from Nepal earn 250 euros a year. So they save all their money and go to that festival, and then they start drinking. So there you go. And it happens. But that was crazy. Insane. That was cool. Really cool. That's a dude. At least it's something you remember. Saying it's not cool that the military.
No, I guess it's a combination, but it's also interesting to see how we live in other cultures, no?
It's different, completely different culture. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. To do.
No, maybe to live there is another point, but I don't know. Like, I guess I've been there and have the opportunity while you are touring to see different audience, meet different people, different cultures.
Yeah.
Maybe something that you
besides
like.
that, we always stay a little bit longer in those kind of countries and go out. Just go up in the mountains and hike and walk and see nature and things. That's the plus side of visiting these countries. You'll never visit it by yourself because it's way too much money. It's like too far away for 9 out of 10 times. So that's cool. Yeah, that's a plus side.
No, of course, definitely. Well, for me, it would be And did you ever have an embarrassing situation during a tour?
An embarrassing situation on tour. Yeah, I think I had. One time, I really needed to go to the toilet. And it was not really embarrassing, but for me it was. But I said, there was one time I just was on stage, and I was like, oh my God, I really need it. It was somewhere in Serbia, I think. It wasn't Serbia. And it was a packed house, and we were playing, and it was great, blah, 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 blah. And I felt like something was pushing from downstairs. And when you're screaming and singing, you have to, there's a lot of pressure on your stomach. So I was like, oh my God, I really need to go. I couldn't hold it. I was like, oh. And eventually I told the guys, you need to play something. I don't know, but I need to go to the toilet now. And I ran off stage and went to the toilet, grabbed a roll of toilet paper somewhere. And and then I went to the toilet and I think I went away for 10 minutes or something. And these guys just playing instrumentals. And eventually I came back, but it was, I think for me, it was one of the most embarrassing situations of that. That was great. Our bass guitar player had the same. We were playing in Romania, I think, on a festival as well, and he felt sick. So he had, it was just before we started playing Awake. And he was like, oh, I need to get off stage. I'm going off stage right now. So he went off, and he went to the song, and he had, well, he was really sick, so he needed to puke, and he also had dump at the same time, so he was really sick. And he stayed away for 5 minutes, and then he heard that the song was ending, and he came back on stage, and he was like, okay, I don't feel really well, but he said, oh my God, yeah. Something you remember, like, ugh. furthermore, probably there are much more embarrassing stories. I can't remember.
But I mean,
I think I was too drunk.
and do you have any moment that touched you particularly or after a concert? Maybe some moment that you remember like that was really touching me. Like,
Wow. Well, there's every show there's something happening. Well, things like especially in India when we were there for the. Oh, there's one time I really remember because our guitarist, our former guitarist, quit the band in 2012, and we got Joe for that show, and then we wanted to give Jochem something back. We always wanted to do a farewell show. And we did that in India with 3 guitarists. So our former guitarist Jochem was playing together with Joe and Bart on stage. And that was so cool. It was like we were playing with 3 guitars. And what a massive set. And we haven't played like in a year with Jochem. And then he was back on stage. And it was so cool that power was back on stage. So that was really cool. So that touched me. That was really cool. So we were like, why don't you just retire? So no. That was it. So like, that was absolutely, it was a farewell show. And that was really cool. So, yeah, that was, I think, the moment I really remember best playing show. That was great.
that's good.
Yeah.
So, thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your Spanish audience is waiting for you. And well, now that we know that actually you like to play in our country.
Yeah, but they know too. They know we really want to come back because I know they're busy doing something, and I think it's in Madrid.
Ooh! So,
Yeah, so we'll play in Prague and in Barcelona, but we're also probably playing in Madrid. I don't know when and how or what. So see you there.
see you there.